You wake up before your brain fully registers reality. You check your phone, one notification becomes 5. 5 becomes 20 minutes. And before your day has even started, your attention already belongs to someone else. But this isn't an accident. The apps on your phone were not designed to entertain you. They were designed to study you, to predict you, to rewire you. Because in the modern world, human attention is worth more than oil. And the companies controlling it know exactly how your brain works. Right now, billions of people are participating in the largest psychological experiment in human history, voluntarily. Every scroll, every like, every pause, every swipe is being tracked. Companies like TikTok, Meta, and YouTube collect massive amounts of behavioral data every second. Not just what you click, but how long you look at something, what makes you hesitate, what makes you emotional, what keeps you watching. Over time, the algorithm begins to understand you better than you understand yourself. And that's where things become dangerous. The human brain evolved over hundreds of thousands of years. Social media evolved in less than 20. Your mind was built to survive small tribes. Now it processes information from millions of people daily. Conflict, fear, status, comparison, validation. Your brain treats all of it like survival information. And social media platforms learn to exploit that. Every notification triggers dopamine. Every unpredictable reward strengthens compulsion. This is called variable reward conditioning, the same psychological mechanism used in slot machines. You pull the lever. Maybe you win, maybe you don't. But your brain keeps chasing the possibility, and every refresh is another pull. Social media companies are not competing for your money. They're competing for your attention, because attention can be converted into influence, and influence can be converted into billions of dollars. The longer you stay on the platform, the more ads you see. So the algorithm has one primary objective: keep you watching, not healthy, not informed, not happy. Watching. That changes everything. Because the content most likely to hold attention is usually emotionally intense, divisive, outrageous, addictive. Calm truth rarely beats emotional stimulation, and algorithms know that. Researchers have repeatedly found that emotionally charged content spreads faster online, especially anger. Why? Because outrage keeps people engaged. It makes them comment, share, argue, react, which tells the algorithm this content is successful. So the system pushes it further. Over time, social media doesn't just reflect human behavior. It amplifies the most extreme parts of it. And slowly, your perception of reality begins to change. The world feels more hostile, more divided, more chaotic, even if your actual life hasn't changed at all. Before social media, people mostly compared themselves to neighbors, classmates, or coworkers. Now, you compare yourself to millions of carefully edited lives. Perfect bodies, perfect vacations, perfect relationships, perfect success. But what you're seeing isn't reality, it's performance. Most people online are not showing their lives. They're showing optimized versions of themselves, a personal brand. And your brain absorbs those images whether you realize it or not. Over time, constant comparison reshapes self-worth. You begin measuring your life against impossible standards. And for many people, that creates anxiety, insecurity, and emotional exhaustion. Then came short-form content, infinite scrolling, videos lasting seconds, fast stimulation, fast emotion, fast dopamine. Apps like TikTok change the speed of human attention itself. Your brain adapts to whatever environment it spends the most time in. And when you consume hundreds of rapid-fire videos every day, your attention span begins to fragment. Long conversations feel slower. Books feel harder. Silence feels uncomfortable. your brain starts craving constant stimulation. Not because you're weak, because your neural pathways adapt through repetition. The more stimulation you consume, the more stimulation your brain expects. Here's the disturbing part. Algorithms don't treat everyone equally. They personalize manipulation. If fear keeps you engaged, you'll see more fear. If outrage keeps you watching, you'll see more outrage. If insecurity keeps you scrolling, the system learns that too. Over time, the algorithm builds a psychological profile around your behavior, not your identity, your impulses. And because artificial intelligence improves constantly, these systems become more effective every year. The algorithm does not hate you. It does not care about you. It optimizes you. Most people now experience the world through algorithmic feeds. That means two people can live in the same city during the same event and experience completely different realities online. Different news, different narratives, different emotional worlds. Social media no longer just distributes information. It constructs perception. And once algorithms begin controlling perception, they begin influencing culture itself. Politics, trends, beauty standards, language, beliefs. The feed becomes reality. If social media makes people anxious, why do they keep using it? Because addiction isn't always pleasure. Sometimes addiction is escape. Scrolling gives the brain constant novelty, and novelty temporarily distracts from stress, loneliness, boredom, or uncertainty. That's why people often reach for their phones automatically, not consciously, reflexively. Modern platforms have become emotional regulation machines. Whenever discomfort appears, the scroll begins. But the biggest consequence may be something deeper. Attention fragmentation. The inability to focus deeply for long periods of time. Deep focus is where creativity happens. Learning happens, self-reflection happens, identity develops. But social media trains the brain toward interruption, short bursts, constant switching, continuous stimulation. And a distracted population is easier to influence because people who cannot focus deeply rarely think deeply. Social media did not destroy the human brain. It adapted to it. The platform simply discovered something humanity never faced before. Technology can now evolve faster than psychology, and in the battle between human attention and algorithms designed by thousands of engineers, most people never stood a chance. The terrifying part isn't that social media understands us. It's that it's getting better at understanding us every single day. And while we scroll, it learns. The scariest part about social media is that it already knows what you'll do next.